What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing tonight, man? First thing first, thank you for your love and your support. I highly appreciate it. I can't express it enough. Real talk, real shit, man. So, anyways, y'all, on our woke journey that we on, I think, actually not think, but know one of the most important things, excuse me, when you find yourself in a situation where you are becoming woke and you starting to learn the system, you starting to learn how the world is a stage, you're starting to learn a lot of things, vaccinations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? But one of the most hardest things is when you become woke and your significant other is not woke with you. Okay? So I'm here to tell you guys that, believe it or not, if you haven't already experienced it, it will create a lot of problems. This is what I found out, okay? If you are one of those people, right, that are woke, and you know that you woke, you know you on your shit, you got your facts, you got your proof, you got your evidence, you done your research, you seen some shit, you know what I mean? You personally seen some shit, right? Imagine when you go to your partner and you tell them, you know what, for like the last month, I've been doing my research and I found out that the actor Tyler Perry is not really Tyler Perry. Okay? The first thing that your partner is going to say, the average partner, right, is going to say, "Are you okay?" They're going to laugh. They're going to feel like you're delusional. You're crazy. Are you okay? Maybe you might need meds. But what you have to understand, right? If your significant other love you, they will take the time out the day to hear what you're saying. You will get their ear. Well, we have to understand that, as men and women, we got to understand that you cannot push the truth on your partner because it's sometimes people are woker than what we think. It's just they refuse to listen. They refuse to be a part of it because we have to be fair and be honest with each other first, right? The world was a much easier place when we was asleep, right? Because when you woke, it's actually more harder. The fact that you are woke, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember being able to watch a Super Bowl and actually bet on it and being excited when my favorite athlete scored, but now not being able to watch a Super Bowl because I know that it's rigged and watch NBA games because I know that it's rigged. Imagine, you know what I'm saying? So now you learning to adapt to the real world, the real life. You know what I'm saying? But your partner, you cannot force that on your partner because they don't want to believe or they not ready to accept the truth because the truth hurt. You cannot be upset and angry with them. You get what I'm saying? You have to find people who you can talk to about these type of things that we talk to. Because I found out the more that you bring this type of topics and being woke to your partner, is the more problems you're going to have. I mean, it create arguments because they want to watch this movie, but you don't want to watch that movie. They want to watch this show, but you don't want to watch that show. They want to watch the game, but you don't want to watch the game because you know what's going to happen. You know that it's rigged. It create problems. So to have a better relationship, you have to first have a meeting at the mind. You know what I mean? You first got to understand each other. You really do, okay? You got to understand who you with. You know what I'm saying? Who's the person that you with? You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, being woke is a great thing, but it's also scary at the same time. Not everybody is ready to hear this type of shit that we talk about. So I learned that it's good to make friends. You know what I'm saying? With these friends you make, you don't have to trust these friends, but it's good to make friends in this YouTube community because you have other people who are woke like you and want to know the truth and want to talk about it because a lot of people always say, man, like it's crazy like to know this much and not be able to talk to nobody about it because I feel like they're going to say I'm crazy. But imagine telling your wife or telling your husband that. You know what I'm saying? That can cause divorce. A lot of divorces, okay? So there's a difference between, okay, you're telling them the information you discovered. You're telling them how woke you are. You're showing them, most importantly, how woke you are, right? That's where it stops. If they're not willing to ask you questions about it, if they're not willing to hear you out and give you an ear, you know what I'm saying, and at least question it, if they just wave it right away, that's when you should say, okay, you know what, this is not for my relationship. Don't end your relationship, but this is a topic you don't need to talk about in your relationship because all it's going to do is cause problems and it's going to cause stress. Let him or let her, let your wife, let your husband Be where they are. You don't have to love them. You don't have to love them less. You know what I'm saying? They just in the situation they are, and one day maybe they'll be woke. But you can't push it on somebody because you believe. You can't push it on somebody because you know. They have to be willing to accept it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this, right? For years before I started going to counseling, when I was younger, as a black man, you mentioned counseling. Man, as a nigga, I ain't about to go to motherfucking counseling. That used to be my mindset. That's the average black man mindset. I'm not going to no counseling, and I'm not going to nobody fucking doctor. You get what I'm talking about? But when you get older, you be like, man, that's some bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? Counseling for me was like one of those things. I can't go see no therapist because I just can't tell a therapist everything. I might be in fucking jail. You know what I'm saying? They might be a witness to, you know what I'm saying? But I learned going to therapy, it's not like they fix my problems, but they help me realize my problems. And when you able to understand that you have a problem, then you are understanding the fact that you are one step closer to fixing your problem. Okay? So you have to understand that. When you accept the fact, it's just accepting that, look, okay, as a black man, I have a problem. As a black man, I'm a little bipolar. If you can accept the fact that this is who you are, you can make change for yourself. So in a relationship, to be successful, when you are woke, or AKA too woke, once you tell your partner this information, do not push it on them. They do not do that because they're going to feel like you are trying to control them and dictate their life. They want to sit down and listen to the weekend. Let them sit down and listen to the weekend. They want to watch fucking Love and Hip Hop. Let them watch Love and Hip Hop. They want to watch the Super Bowl game and LeBron James and play the Lakers and all of that. Let them do their thing and be happy because at the end of the day, you know. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to vaccines and all that, y'all, vaccinations and all of that, y'all, try to meet each other in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, if you don't want to give your kid vaccines, okay, make sure that you are meeting your significant one in the middle, okay? Make sure that, because that will cause problems. Because you know what they're going to do when you say no vaccines? They're going to be like, nobody wants to believe your stupid fucking theories, you conspiracists and all of that. We don't need that, man. And we don't need that as women. We do not need that at all, okay? So you remember, try to meet halfway in the middle. Do the best that you can do at it. You know what I'm saying? And try to meet people and to become friends or associates where you can at least have these conversations on a daily or on a weekly, however fits your preference, okay? When you feeling like you're the only one woke in a relationship, it feels really hard. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It can be very hard, but I learned, y'all, I'm telling y'all, my personal experience, I learned it's so much easy and beautiful. The relationship can go so smooth if you don't try to push your belief in you being woke on the other person. But as them being your significant one, your husband or your wife, you should let them know what you learn, what you're learning. Because if you don't do that, you're not even giving them the option to be woke. So, anyways, y'all, thank y'all for listening. Real talk. I'm gonna have some more guests on my show. So y'all stay tuned, man. I'm gonna have a lot of guests. So everybody' opinion about this video that y'all just heard, I want y'all to write and comment below. I will reply to all of them. Your opinion is very appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got a topic they want to talk about in their relationship, friendship, drop it. You know what I'm saying? We will address it. Anybody want to hop on live with me, you know what I'm saying, and be a guest? I got a couple guests coming up, but anybody want to, I promise you got my word, we'll make it happen. Anyways, man, y'all have a good night.